Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do an updated makeup routine video. I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. This is the way that I like to do my makeup now. So I first start off with skincare and then I go ahead with sunscreen and primer. The foundation that I use every day is the Fenty foundation stick. I think it's called Easy Drops. I really like this foundation. It's good for the hot and humid weather, and I love the coverage, and it's super lightweight at the same time. I just carefully put that on my face, and then I use this e.l.f. brush that has two brushes, and I use that to dab and kind of rub it into my face. But if I have pimples, I dab. But like, for example, on my forehead, I don't have any pimples. I literally drag the product around. So I basically buff it into my face. And then this is me putting in some bows in my hair to get my hair out of my face. I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I use this basically around my whole T-zone to brighten these points of my face. I do under the eyes, a little bit around the corners of my lips because they tend to be dark there, and my nose bridge, chin, and my forehead. And I just go in with the same foundation brush to blend all of my concealer in. You'll kind of see I actually use this brush for many steps, so I have to clean it like every day. Let's be honest here though, I don't clean it every day. And then since I can't really blend close to the eyes with that brush, I go in with this mini puff to blend the concealer closer to my eyes. And then I go in contour. This is the Bronze Sticks from ColourPop. I love this thing. It's so pigmented and it lasts me 5,000 years. These are the points that I use to contour or bronze, whatever you would call this. But I just do my temples, my nose, a little bit on my forehead and my jawline. And then I use the skinny part of the e.l.f. brush to blend out the nose contour. I basically go in with all cream products first before setting it with my powder. So I go in with a cream blush. I like to start from the temples of my cheeks and then work my way into my face towards my nose. So the blush still goes like across my whole entire face. And I also put it in the middle of my nose bridge and on my chin. Then I set my under eyes, actually my whole T-zone, with this Maybelline pressed powder. This is a little bit of a lighter shade, so it's like my brightening powder, but I put it under my eyes, my chin, my nose, on top of my lip, my forehead, around my mouth, just basically my entire T-zone. That's where I mostly get oily and where I want to brighten my face. And then I take the same pressed powder but in a normal shade that's like more like my skin color, and I use that with a puff to set my entire face. Sometimes I do my brows with a powder, with like a powder brow thing, but for the past few days I've been using this pencil one just because it's quick and easy. I basically fill in my natural brows but extend the front and the back to make it longer. And I do this kind of messily because I'm just gonna heavily brush through it to blend it all in and make it look a bit more natural. So I might look kind of crazy and this looks like a little kid drew on my brows, but trust the process. I heavily brush through it and then it all just blends in. But my brows are kind of naturally arched, so I do arch brows. Yeah, and I just extend like the front and the back to make it look a bit more balanced with my eyes and my nose. And this is me brushing through it. Now that I've pretty much finished my base, I go ahead and take my hair clips out so I can get the vibes of what the whole look is going to look like with my hair down. This is the ColourPop's Bare Necessities palette. I love this palette. ColourPop doesn't play. They're so pigmented. So I took this brown shade and I start off in my outer corner and then work my way in across the whole crease. I'm not a makeup artist, I just kind of do whatever. And whatever's left over on the brush, I bring it down under my eye, and then I just do the same thing on the other eye. And whatever's left over, I bring it down. And then I like to mix in some pink in there as well. I think it makes me look like I'm a little bit blushing. It's like cute. It's like a cute Korean style, I guess. But I add that under the waterline and also into the eyeshadow, just basically everywhere that I put the brown eyeshadow. I blend in a little bit of pink in there as well. This is the blush from Juvia's Place, by the way, super pigmented as well. Then I start with my nose contouring. This is where it takes a lot of time, but I take the same shade that I used for my eyeshadow and I take a super skinny angled brush and I draw these two lines on the tip of my nose and then two straight down lines, two vertical lines down my nose bridge. It just makes my nose look smaller and pointier and accentuates the nose bridge, which I like. And whatever's left over on the brush, I just brush it all on the very tip, like the end of my nose. And then I take the blending brush that I used for my brown eyeshadow and I use that to blend out the harsh lines. And then I take a little bit of my brightening concealer and use it to clean up a little bit. This just makes the contour pop even more and make the nose look like even skinnier. Because sometimes after blending I kind of overblend and it makes my nose look even bigger than before. But whatever's left over on the concealer brush, I use it in the inner corner of my eyes. And then I blend out the concealer with the same little mini puff that I used to blend out the concealer under my eyes earlier. And then in the same ColourPop Bare Necessities palette, I take this shimmery color and I use it to highlight the tip of my nose and then the bridge of my nose, but I don't connect them. And then whatever is left over, I add it to the inner corners of my eyes and under my brows, like my brow bone. Then I take my Juicy Couture blush. This is in the shade Bows Before Bows. And I use the same technique as I applied the cream blush underneath. I start from the temples and work my way into my face, so the pigment is more on the temples. And then I also apply it onto the middle of the bridge of my nose, as well as my chin. I just like the sun-kissed look that it gives. Then I take my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is in the shade number 3, Tan. And I use that to bronze up the sides of my face a little bit because my face looks pretty white right now compared to my neck. And this kind of slims down the face a little bit and adds like dimension. And then I brush my brows with this brown brow gel. It helps them to stay in place and adds a little bit more pigment to the brows, which I like. And then I go in with this white eyeliner. I don't really like this one. I want the NYX Jumbo Eye Crayon, whatever it's called, in the white shimmery color, but I can't find that here. I found this one, but it's not that great. But I used it to I used it to draw on my waterline and my inner corners, and then it also comes with like a smudger on the other end, so I use that to smudge. Then I take this dark brown color with an angled brush and I draw on a winged eyeliner. I use eyeshadow because my eyelids have been very sensitive to eyeliner and lash glue. So I took a break from eyeliner and strip lashes for, I want to say, maybe a whole year. Um, so I don't own any eyeliner right now. So I've just been using this eyeshadow. I like how it's more gentle on my eyelids. They're very sensitive. But I will be trying strip lashes today. So I got these 2 packs from Platinum Fashion Mall the other day. I think I'm gonna go with the thicker one today, just because I'm a dramatic lash kind of girl, as you guys probably know. And I always have to clip off a few clusters for it to fit my eye. And then I'm trying this lash glue. I've never tried this one before. It's a Japanese brand, I think. But all the lash glues that I've tried in America that I could find at the drugstore, all the dual formulas, House of Labs, all of them burned my eyes and gave me an eye rash. So I stopped strip lashes for a while and stuck to lash extensions, but hopefully this glue will be okay. So this is me gluing on the lashes. It's been a while, but I think I did a pretty good job. And then I did the other side. Thank goodness that I have tweezers. I could never do this with my long nails, so if you're trying to put lashes on, try with tweezers. And I like to put the middle part of the lash on first and then stick down the end and then the inner corner. That's how it's usually easier for me. But so far, I like the way my eyes look. They look like very Dolly. And the lashes are very like pointy. It's hard to explain, pointy and wispy. But my inner corner was giving me a headache. I'm sure we can all relate to this. And then my lipstick was in my backpack because I take my lipstick everywhere. This is like a peachy, corally pink color from, I don't remember the brand, but it's in the shade Lamyai, which is like a lychee. But yeah, it's like peachy coral. And I just put that all over my lips. I've been struggling to find a lip combo that I like these days, so I just slapped this one on. And then after that, I use my fingers to dab all over the lip to kind of blend it out and make it look a little bit like, what is, like velvety? Kind of like it wasn't meant to be there. I don't know, like make it look blurred out, I guess. At this point, I think I'm done with my makeup. I'm just checking everything. And then I set my face with setting spray. If I would hurry up and do that. I added a little bit more contour to the nose because it wasn't really popping in the camera. But I could see it in real life, but I wanted it to pop in the camera too. So I added a bit more of the contour powder. And then I take the Pore Professional setting spray from Benefit. It's the only good setting spray I can get my hands on here in Thailand. So I use that all over my face, but I avoid the lashes. And then I put these 2 cute little bows on each side of my hair. And then that's the finished look. But anyways, that is my updated makeup routine. Thanks again, you guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!